Guys, so welcome back to Lex Reads. So we are doing a reading vlog and I'm so excited to read this next book that I have picked. It was on my TBR, and I am reading Leaving Cecil Street by Diane Mckinney Whetstone. Now back last year in January, I picked up and read of hers Blues Dancing and just was flabbergasted. First of all, the cover got me, and then when I read like the synopsis, I was like, oh, I have to read it. And while reading it, I just again was flabbergasted. And for me, it doesn't take it only takes like one book for me to like really just like your works, and I'll just start collecting them and going through your catalog. So after reading Blues Dancing, I was looking through her other books, and this one caught my eye, y'all, because this one it's a lot. It is a lot. So the backstory is it's set in Philadelphia. Her novels are set in Philadelphia because she's from Philadelphia. So the backdrop is there, and you have a small Philadelphia town where every year they have like a I don't know what would be a carnival or block party. And girl, everybody come through that block party, but the main people, you have a man named Joe, who Joe used to be a a musician. I believe he played the sax, and he was a musician, so he was kind of getting with people or whatever, getting with the women. And he ended up settling down, gets married to a woman named Louise. They have a daughter named Shay. And he is right now, it's like he misses being in that life, and it's kind of like I've settled, you know what I mean? Like he just have a normal life. He's a father and a husband. And then you have his wife Louise, where she is, I believe, is she a nurse? She is a woman where she kind of complains a little bit, but the reason why she is complaining is she knows Joe is not really just satisfied with her. She still has she's still an attractive woman, but she is in the process of losing her teeth. And she's like, you know what, if I get this surgery and if I get my teeth fixed, maybe he might be attractive to me and all that. And then she knows that Joe, in the past, he kind of stepped out a little bit. And then you have their daughter, Shay, who is 16, 17 years old. And Shay has seen some stuff go on with her father. And she's seen him do some stuff, okay, when it comes to other people, when it comes to the women. But Shay has a best friend named Neat. And Neat has gotten in trouble, y'all. It's in the synopsis. So Neat has gotten pregnant by the little corner boy. And she like, I can't have this baby. What in the world I'm gonna go do? And so Shay ends up making some kind of arrangement to have to get her an abortion. And it goes wrong, and it leads to her not having children. Now, I'm just at the part where she is about to, I guess, get the abortion. And like I said, it's not a spoiler, because in the back of the book it says, best friends Neat and Shay have depended on each other for most of their lives. However, their friendship will be tested when Neat becomes pregnant by one of the corner boys, and Shay arranges a abortion that goes terribly wrong. To Shay's horror, Neat is left unable to bear children, embraces her mother's erotic yet sometimes religious behaviors. Okay, that's another thing I want to talk to you about. Okay, so Neat's mother, Alberta, I believe, is extremely religious. She's so religious where her people in the neighborhood think that she belongs to a cult, because she goes to like these all night long revivals. She gives all her money to the church and all that, and they were kind of like, they shun her basically. She kind of reminds you of the mother. Have you guys seen For Colored Girls? The mother that was played by Whoopi Goldberg, and her two daughters was played by Tandy Newton and Tessa Thompson. She gives you that vibe of the mom that's played by Whoopi Goldberg. So you see that, right? This writing is impeccable, okay? Because let me just read you the first part. Ducey Powell, she wasn't from the parts of Philly. She had turned into Cecil Street earlier looking for her grown daughter's house, wanting to reintroduce herself to her daughter after a gulf of 17 years, wanted to reclaim her, but she's gotten disoriented by the block party and ended up naked in this cellar. Okay? We're gonna go back to her, all right? I just want y'all to get a feel of her writing. Okay. Joe had played a sax in clubs up and down the mid-Atlantic before he married Louise. When they first moved to Cecil Street 15 years ago in 1954, the year that Joe quit the club life, one night as he played, he thought about a woman he spent time with before Louise. C. Not her real name, but the one she went by at Pat's Place, the speakeasy brothel where the band would go to unwind. The first time Joe held C, she didn't cry on his chest. That melted him for her. He became a regular, looking for opportunities to come to Philly to be with her. He could have fallen in love with her, even though he was paying for her time. The way she occupied his mind, he thought he had fallen for her. Even after he married Louise, the feel of her would drift into consciousness from time to time. Okay? And again, that's like the beginning of the page. That's literally on page like 7, okay? But let's go back to Ducey. Girl. Now that is another woman where it says she's not from Philadelphia, right? She has these crazy headaches, and she actually right now, we learned that she is suffering from cirrhosis of the liver. So she's basically dying, like slowly dying. But she is hiding actually in Joe's house in the cellar, right? Naked. And she's been there for the past 3 days because, again, she's having these crazy headaches where it's because of it's a symptom of the cirrhosis of the liver, where she can't move, she can't think, she can't do anything. And she is literally eating cat food from their cat. And girl, but she had to give up her baby because her mom was saying that her mind was kind of off. I wouldn't say she's off, she's more like weak-minded. And yeah, so because she's like that, they've put her in like asylums, and they put her in like mental institutions and stuff like that. And she hasn't seen her baby since it was like in her arms. But it looks like she's like, you know what, I don't think I'm gonna go see her. I'm just gonna basically die here. So you have a character like that, which is like, oh my goodness. Diane has that, she gives you the same feeling of like a Bernice McFadden or a what's my girl, Terry McMillan, with that dialogue, because you can literally see, smell, taste, touch everything that she's talking about. So this got me. So Louise, I told you how she doesn't think that she's like, her husband is like fulfilled with her and all that stuff. Well, they kind of have a little night. And she's going to get like her hair done the next day, right? Okay, she tried to wipe the smile from her face as she pushed open the door. Oh, look who got a grin plastered on her face this morning. As soon as Louise was in the door, good. Haven't seen you grin like that since Shay got her afro pressed for the junior prom. Joe got a raise? Probably more like Joe got a raise. This from Joyce, who lived near the corner of Cecil, bending her ear out of the way right now as Claire leaned in with the hot comb. So you can see that, right? Okay. That's no money grin. That's a man grin. My man was good to me last night grin. You need to hush, Louise said, laughing as she stuck her head around the corner where the washrobes were. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I like little stuff like that. I'm so old. When I tell you I'm having such a good time reading this, I am having a ball, okay? I am having a ball. And you know what too? This book, when it comes to like the block parties and stuff, it's giving me another book, and that is The Women of Brewster's Place. And we are reading this for our book club this month. And y'all know, if you have read the book or seen the miniseries, some things go down at that block party. Okay, so this book is giving me Women of Brewster's Place. It's also giving me aspects of for colored girls who have committed suicide. And if you guys have read, you know, those, what do they call them, chorus poems, and if you've seen the movie, I think you would like this, because like I said, that mother really does remind me of Neat's mother. So yeah, y'all, I'm gushing over this book. I really am. This is so good. This is so good. There's another book that I want to get by her called Lazzarato, and I believe that book is set in, oh, what is that book set in? Slavery. Yeah, so that is what we're reading. Today is Monday. Y'all know I don't work on Monday. I literally have been, I cleaned up, I straightened my hair. I don't know if I told y'all, I cut my hair a month ago. Yeah, a month ago. Because the ends or whatever were just not, it's not about the right. So I cut it, and I go to Great Clips. Yeah, I just wanted to get like the dead ends off or whatever. But I don't like to wear my hair straight because it just doesn't fall right. So, and then when I wrap it, it be bending and all that. Yeah, my hair's too thin, my real hair. So usually what I do, if I do wear my real hair, I don't wear it straight. I wear it, in like curls, pin curl it, but I'm probably gonna put in some clip-ins. I know what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna curl this and put some clip-ins in, because I can't deal with that, because I know it sounds real shallow, but if my hair not looking right when I go to work, it messes up my whole day. It honestly does. It's like, at least I can kind of get away with like a little whack outfit or whatever, but the base, which is the hair, it has to look right. So little things like that, it makes me feel better. I'm like, look, I already got to be at work, okay? You know how it be some of them days where you don't feel like getting up out of the bed, you don't feel like going to that office, you don't feel like doing nothing. So for me, it's like if I look good or I feel good and I'm more productive, okay? So I know if I wear my hair like this tomorrow, I'm gonna go have a bad day. So I'm just gonna probably curl this and then put my clip-ins in. I was thinking about getting what they call them, curtain bangs, where it's kind of like that. But I said, no, I don't want to do that, because I remember when I've always gotten layers. And every time I get layers, I like it for about three or 4 days, and then I hate them afterwards. And if you guys have ever gotten bangs or layers, it takes forever to grow. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I don't even get that anymore. But I just like the way they look. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to curl it and kind of make it like that. So let me stop rambling, y'all. Like, let the man play his horn, please. No, I'm playing this. Girl, anyway. So it is Easter Sunday. Happy Resurrection Sunday. I just came back from church. I'm gonna go to my aunt's house to eat, and she's like an hour away, so yeah. But I wanted to come home and change this, girl. Them outfits. The fit I had on today. I should have showed y'all what I had on today. It wasn't anything spectacular. Shockingly, I didn't go shopping. You know what? You guys know how much I love to shop and love malls and stores and all of that. But growing up, when it came to Easter, that was always such a hassle. I used to hate that when I was younger, because we had to get Easter outfits, me and my sister. And my grandmother was like mandatory with it, okay? It was like, you have to have, you know, a new outfit. And it was like them ruffly dresses with them socks and the patent leather shoes. Oh, and then you had to get your hair done. So like Saturday, we were getting our hair done, and then, you know, getting the fit or getting the last touches of the fit. And I always remember every Sunday when my aunt and my grandmother were alive, my aunt Ruby would come to my grandmother's house, and we would go to we go to like a couple of stores, but we always used to go to the beauty supply store to get our stockings for Sunday. Because they'd be like $1, and there were those stockings where they was cheap. They was from the beauty supply store, but they worked. Okay, to get off black queen size. Oh my goodness. You still can get those probably at like a beauty supply store, but that was like a ritual. We all used like every Saturday, and then we'd probably go to like Myers or go somewhere else. And when Dots was a store, when I was in high school and like middle school, Dots was my jam. Okay, because they was like real cheap, but they was cute. Lord. But yeah, when it comes to Easter fits, I do not look forward to them. I think last year I bought an Easter outfit. This year I'm like, no, and it was really no point because I got clothing in my closet that has tags in it. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. And especially Saturday, I'm like, I'm not doing that. Look, I just shop year round, so I already have my Easter outfit months in advance. But yeah, let me get going. I'm obsessed with these jeans. I'm wearing these again from Vera Wang, the Simply Vera. And then I was like, let me pull out this shirt. I haven't worn this yet. I got this from either Christmas, after Christmas sales, or Black Friday. I did a video on one of those because I had to get it. Come on now. That's Tina. Clearly you make this basket for you because you got all these Reese's. I said, clearly you make this basket for you. You got all these Reese's. Yeah. Girl, you getting no other candy? I don't want the other candy no more. You know what I'm trying to find? What? I'm trying to find some real jelly beans. You know they make a fake jelly beans? Oh yeah, because these like sweethearts. Yeah, they ain't jelly beans. Oh, you want jelly beans back? I want some real jelly beans like me and Ruby used to eat. Where you get them from? Oh, I get them from anywhere. Now I can't even find them nowhere. So I just stick to them. When you work, did you take off Good Friday? I used to take this whole week off. Oh, dang. Good Friday and this week. The following week? Yeah. I used to dang. Yeah, I used to take all that off. You weren't playing. Oh, it was so fun to have that spring break. See, we used to go down south for Easter. Oh, yeah, you guys did do that. Good Friday. We probably leave that Saturday. We leave out for church Sunday. And then we had this week. And then come back to weekend. Oh, y'all had a good little time. Yeah, fun. The weather's even warm. But you know what? I can have some fish alley. Ooh, I can eat some good old girl. I don't even know if she's open anymore. I don't know, but see, I don't go down there no more. Yeah, no. Yeah, I can eat me some good old fish. That was good, but she a girl. At one point, she wasn't, the pieces was not, she was giving you all that, the tails. She got ridiculous. She did get bad. She got real bad. And that's too, that half bucket of fish was like $30. Yeah, and them little tails. Them little tails, girl. Well, I ain't mind that. And you, but it's nothing over there. Oh, girl, they don't have no grocery stores. It's sad. That's what I'm saying. When I tell you I get on that highway, I go to church, and when I'm done with church, I go straight back to the suburbs. No. I hate that it's like that, but nah. Because down in Flint, they kill people in the daylight. They kill people in the daytime, broad open daylight. They'll shoot you dead. Yeah. My cousin's trying to get here. He's bothering my aunt. Oh, you go travel. You gonna want it. Okay, y'all. This book is deep. Now, I am at the part where we just got introduced more to Neat. I told you guys that clearly in the synopsis it says that Neat is gonna get pregnant by one of the corner boys. All right, his name Lil Freddie. And by the way, Shay does not know that like Neat and Lil Freddie were like talking. Why I say Lil, like Lil Kim? Shay does not know that Neat is talking to little Freddie. So let me just read it to you. But this got me right here. It said, she tried not to think of the look of confusion, devastation that had come across Shay's face when little Freddie had kissed Neat and then pulled her towards the bathroom. Petey, who lived in the corner house, rented out when his parents weren't home. She loved Shay so much, but she hadn't expected to see little Freddie at that moment. Hadn't expect to have hadn't expect to have to choose between being with little Freddie and staying with Shay. But this got me. It said, but she couldn't see little Freddie and resist him, especially not after what he'd done with her name. Neat had given up the name Bonita when she was 8 after she allowed herself to be taken in by the concerned, watery eyes of Mr. G. Mr. G was always hanging closely to her mother at church, and Alberta never dismissed his company, so Neat trusted him. Trusted his eyes when he softly talked her away from church on a Friday night when the whole congregation was in the midst of a fire-filled revival. Ended up in his apartment instead, where he sat her on his lap, tickled her, and bounced her on his hip. And then it says, though the more she cried, the harder he moved, calling her by her full name, Bonita, Bonita. After that, whenever anybody called her Bonita, she corrected them as politely as she could, asking them to please call her Neat instead. She couldn't stand the way she felt inside when she was called Bonita. But little Freddie had erased all of that when he called her by her full name. That is deep. Oh, that's deep. And of course, her mom doesn't know that clearly she had been raped at 8 years old. Lord. The reason why she didn't want Shay to know about her little Freddie, clearly she didn't want Shay to think that she was like, like loose, basically. And she didn't want Shay to think the fact that, we already know the girls that go in the bathroom with the boys. Girl, what y'all doing in the bathroom? We already know what y'all doing. Shay and Neat, they finally talk or whatever, and Shay's like, why didn't you tell me that you were going with him, and he kind of no good, and girl, why are you in the back, why are you going in the bathroom, with him, and we know what that's about. But she finally figures out, oh girl, you pregnant. Because I was trying to figure out how does Shay look, and it was the way that Diane described it. I was like, okay. People would sometimes call one of them by the other's name, though they had opposite looks because they were together so much. Shay was short and brown and hippie, cute face with her mom's dark eyes and black bushy hair, but a round face like Joe's that kept her eyes from being too stark, and dimples that came up close to her mouth when she smiled. Neat, on the other hand, was tall and thin and light. Soft brown hair, eyes soft curved to her cheekbones, soft shaped to her pouty mouth just like Alberta's mouth. Plus she had a cliff in her chin. Soft waves too, endearing people to her so that those who might be tempted to hate her for her beauty loved her instead. Shay would blush inside when someone called her Neat by mistake. I think Neat's personality, just like she said, she's so sweet, gentle, and shy, and usually those are the girls that get caught up, okay? But yeah, so that's how they basically look. So to Neat hides her worldly clothing at Shay's house, because her mom don't play, okay? So, but again, this girl and got caught up, been sneaking around. Neat understood it all now, understood why she'd been so high and low lately, giggling then depressed, why she'd been crapping on and off the past weeks, but no period, always been irregular. She kept telling herself, not unusual for her to skip a month or two. Understood now that why she raised her hand to protect herself from Alberta had started to hit her last night. Wasn't protecting herself, was protecting what was growing inside of her. She understood now as Shay tried to utter the words, but Neat wouldn't hear. Shay uttered the words because as long as Neat didn't hear it from Shay, she could pretend that it wasn't true the way she'd been pretending for weeks now. Shay's face was right at Neat's as Neat tried to cover her ears. Shay wouldn't let her cover her ears. She grabbed Neat's hands and held onto them, mouthed the words as her breath hit Neat's face, emphasizing the words, "You're pregnant. God, Neat, you're pregnant." Neat looked beyond Shay's darkened eyes down onto the street. And then basically she tells her, let's go see BB. And we know BB is the woman in, you know, town that gives the at-home abortions, and that's just gonna go wrong, okay? Because again, the back of the book said that she do like a back. What did they say? Um, Shay arranges an abortion that goes terribly wrong, and it says later on, Neat is left unable to bear children. So yeah, I haven't got to that part yet, but Lord, I feel so scared for Neat because I'm like, girl, you have gotten yourself caught up, okay? And you of all people with a mama that is so religious, and you ain't got out and got pregnant for little Freddie? Girl, that was the last thing that you needed to do. So it's, you know what I mean? So she this is good. This is good. But I'm very curious to know more about BB, because in the beginning it just said that BB was sending money to her mother who lives in the South, who's taking care of her child that is mentally challenged. I want to know more about that. I want to know how she got into this business. You know, I want to know more of that. I am going to get another copy of this. But you know what? Now that I think about it, let me show y'all what I got today. Okay, so I went to Second and Charles after work today, but I just really wanted to go. It was like 80 degrees today, and I'm like, you know what? It get dark at 9 o'clock, so I'm fine. Let me just go. Second and Charles, and I'm so glad I did. Okay, so let me show y'all the books I got. I didn't get... Oh, I am still in the process of collecting the American Girl books, the Addie's, right? Because Addie's the only black girl in the series. And I just have 3 books, and I actually let my sister read them. My sister has read all of them. But she, like, when she was younger, and I lent her the 3 books because it's like 6 books in the series. But I remember growing up, I had Molly because Molly had glasses and I liked it, and I wasn't reading the books. I just got it because my sister had them. But she read Samantha, and I remember when I let her read my Addie books like a month or 2 ago, she was like, girl, if you got any more, please you know, let me read some. And I was like, you know what, I saw some at Second and Charles, Samantha, and but I was like, they didn't have them all. They just had like maybe like, because they're in series, so it was like they had book 1, book 2, but they didn't have 3. They skipped all the way to like, you know, book 5. She's like, I don't care, just let me read some. But I found all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna let her read that. They were, what, 6 books in a series? 6, yeah. So, and these were very, very cheap. These were like $1.95, $2. So here are all of them. And oh my goodness, this takes me back to my childhood, because although I didn't read these, I remember my sister had these. So, because she had Samantha. Samantha is basically, she's a orphan. Well, no, her parents died and her grandmother is raising her, and it's in the Victorian age, but like her grandparents have money. So I have all of them. You know what, I was just on the phone with her, I forgot to tell her that I have these. I'll send her a text because I know she's gonna want to read these. So I got that, and then I got another well, I got another copy of the American Girls. I wanted to really get this one. I think her name is Cecilia. She is from Louisiana. She is from New Orleans, to be exact. And this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6 books in a series, and it's, wait, Cecil and Marie Grace. And clearly she's white and she's Creole. I was going to get another copy, and I actually had it in my hand. I was going to get another copy of Women of Brewster's Place, because that is our April book club pick. But I already have, like I said, I already have a copy, but I was going to get another one to like highlight and do all that, which I probably will, because that one only was like $6, but I'm like, I didn't want to go over $50. So I will probably get that maybe like next week or whatever. Girl, look, when it's payday. Then I had to get this, y'all. For nostalgic sake. Now, clearly I don't have a CD player, like, girl, but Destiny's Child, The Writings on the Wall was the first CD I ever got Okay, I remember my aunt and my grandmother bought this for me, and I wore this CD out. This is probably my favorite album by Destiny Child. After that, I think it may be Survivor, but The Writings on the Wall, I can listen to every song on that album. I know every song on that album, okay? But I'm like, I had to get this. I wanted to get it anyway. This was like $2.95. I remember telling myself next time I go to Second and Charles, I want to see if they had The Writings on the Wall, and they did. And I remember that CD. Oh my goodness, but wait, let me look at the cover. Oh my goodness, I remember this, y'all. I had this at what, 9 years old. That is crazy. The original members, girl. Look at Latavia and Latoya. Oh my gosh. My favorite song on, girl, what's my favorite song in this album? I love Hey Ladies. Hey Ladies is good. Temptation, Confessions. We like my favorite ones that are not so good. Those are like probably my favorite ones that are not singles. And of course, you know, Bills, Bills, Bills and Bugaboo and, you know, Jumpin'. Oh my goodness. This came out in 1999. So I'm like, I'm going to probably put this over here somewhere. Because again, I bought this for nostalgic sake. So yes, I got that. And then y'all got me some records. I still got to get a record player, y'all. But I just had to get these. Look what I got, y'all. Keith Sweat, Make It Last Forever. Guess how much I paid for this? $5.95. Then, of course, I got Natalie Cole, the Natalie Cole collection for only $3.95. And I got everything on here. It has This Will Be, Our Love, I Got Love on My Mind, Sophisticated Ladies, Inseparable. Oh my goodness. Everything. Okay. And they have another album, which I'll probably, they actually have a first album, which I know I'm going to get. And it was only like $7. So, girl, again, payday come, getting that. And then, y'all, Luther Vandross. Guess how much I paid for this? $1.95. And this is Give Me the Reason. Okay, what's on this? Oh, So Amazing's on this. Oh, There's Nothing Better Than Love. I love that with Gregory Hines. You know what? The fact that Gregory Hines can hold his own and you singing next to Luther Vandross, that means Gregory could sing, okay? Because you don't sing with Luther Vandross, okay? Those are like the only two that I know. But the fact that it had So Amazing on there. Oh, I do know Stop to Love. This is only $1.95. I had to get this. Oh, look, y'all. Do it, Luther. So, y'all, I have to get a record player. And guess what? I saw one at Walmart for $30. And I had it in my cart. But that was in the time when I was so focused on my desk and getting everything for my desk. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait. Hopefully they still have that there. And it was blue. And it's perfect because it matches with my decor and my living room. You guys know I have different shades of blue in my living room. So hopefully they still have that. If they have that, I'm getting it. It was only $30. So I am going to get one. And I cannot wait because I got me a good little collection. Okay? A good little collection. So yeah, guys, all right, it's almost 12 o'clock and I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta take these clip-ins out. I gotta wash this little makeup off my face, take me a shower. I'm debating, should I start Women of Brewster's Place? Because I just put out a video of the book club pick. I think I'm going to start Women of Brewster's Place tonight. At least read maybe like 5 pages at least. Because, like I said, that is our book club. That is our pick for April. So I do think I'm going to start that. But yeah, let me take all this stuff off. see if this works, because I don't know how to do this. Oh my gosh! Okay, how you turn the volume up? Sing with. Oh, this is banging, y'all. So, y'all, I got that record player today, right? Why I'm about to go to it's like a used bookshop, and it's a used bookshop, it's a record shop, it's a cafe, they got everything. Totem books. So yeah, because I remember I showed you guys maybe like a month or two ago that I got that Isley's Brother album from there, and this morning for like 2 hours I listened to my albums. I'm so glad that I started like getting albums before I even had the record player. But girl, that record player, y'all, this was on sale for $30. And they had a black one, they had the blue one, they had the it was a gray one, and like a cream kind of color. But of course I wanted to get this one because it matches with, you know, the decor in my living room, my shades of blue. It's so compact. Y'all, look at this. It looked like a little mini suitcase. Girl, how you open this? Oh my goodness, y'all, look at this. This is just so pretty. I'm so glad I got this. This is the best $30 I have spent in a while. Oh, look at it, y'all. Now, since I have this, I gotta give me some more records. If y'all want to get a record player, go to Walmart right now, y'all. Don't walk, run. Okay, because that little sale gonna be over. Again, it's on sale for $30. See, let's go to the store. So while my chicken is thawing out, I'm gonna show you the records that I got today. I'm going back there. Girl, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 albums for $49, $46 or $49. Okay, first of all, I got the Jacksons only for $1. Jermaine not in the group right here when it's just the Jacksons. Girl, Sparkle, okay, from the movie, the 76? When did Sparkle come out? Yeah, 76, right, with Irene Cara and Lynette McKee. I grew up on Sparkle, okay? And y'all, the crazy thing about this next album, why was I singing this album this morning? Y'all, sophisticated ladies, the reason why I wanted this, first of all, it was only 15 bucks. This is hard to get, but it has Phyllis Hyman. Y'all know how much I love Phyllis Hyman, okay? So I had to get this, and it looks brand new. It is. It's not like, it is brand new. The plastic's still on there. And again, this is only 15 bucks. And because of my obsession with Phyllis Hyman, they had this, y'all. Look how pretty she was. 7 bucks. And this is the Somewhere in My Lifetime. I cannot wait to get into this. She was so pretty, you guys. And her voice is amazing. Then, of course, had to get the Emotions. First of all, 7 bucks. And, ooh, what's Walk the Line, Love Walk the Line. What's another one? Whole Lot of Shaking. Love Is Right On. I love that one. Yeah, lastly, I got Patti LaBelle, y'all. Had to get Patti LaBelle. This one has, and this was only $4.98. And did I tell you guys how much this was? Yeah, this was 7 bucks. But back to Patti. This is what? In the Love Again. And obviously this has If Only You Knew. Does this have Somebody Loves You, Baby? Love, Need and Want. Oh, girl, it's in cursive, and I can't really read it. Look, I can read cursive, y'all, okay? But this right here. Okay, well, I know I wanted it because it had only, If Only You Knew, and then Love and Need and Want You. It says stylist, Patti LaBelle. Okay, Patty. Yeah, I cannot wait to get into these albums, y'all. I told y'all in the beginning of the year, I was like, Lord, I do not want to start this where I'm collecting albums, because y'all know when I collect stuff, okay? I already got, with the books, I'm already been doing that. Y'all know I love to collect t-shirts, graphic tees, black graphic tees. Now I'm doing albums. It's just like, come on now. Now, y'all notice I got all these old school albums, right? I want me some R&B. I want some Aaliyah, One in a Million. What else do I want? I really want Destiny's Child, Writings on the Wall, but I'm not paying an arm and a leg for it, okay? Y'all know I'm cheap. I don't like to pay full price for stuff, okay? What's another? And I do want to get me some, Tupac. So I know I can easily find that. And I just might have to pay, you know what I mean? But it's like, I don't mind paying if I really want it, but like, I don't want to pay like $70, $80 for no vinyls. I'm not there yet, okay? Unless I just really, 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 really want it. But yeah, my like next purchases, I do want to, probably I want to get Aaliyah One in a Million, because I really do like the album. That's probably, is that my favorite album by her? Probably that one, and it's a close second to the self-titled album, her last album, Aaliyah. That one's really good. But yeah, I do want to get that. And like I said, probably like a Tupac. That's really all I can think of right now. But yeah. So I wanna play some of these. Okay, y'all. So I just came back from the gym, but before I went to the gym, I went to a library sale. You guys know I always tell you about like library sales, how those are my jams. And if you ever looking for, sometimes rare books or books that are not in print, go to a library sale. This one I should have took y'all in there. I'm so sorry. But I went to the Flint Public Library. It doesn't look like anything how it used to look when I used to go there as a kid, but it was my first time going to they call it family and friend book sale. I just assumed that they were going to have more Black authors because, and I'm generalizing and I'm being stereotypical, but, well, no, I'm not being stereotypical because it's facts. The demographic in Flint is Blacks, right? But now it is, they don't work in Flint. They just live in Flint. If you go downtown Flint, it's basically, you don't see anybody Black. You just see white people. I'm just being real, okay? But they had some. As you guys know, when I do go to those, obviously, book sales, any bookstores, I'm mainly looking for Black authors. That's just what it is. So some of them I already had, like, for example, this one, When Washington Was in Vogue by Eric Christopher Williams. This is a lost novel of the Harlem Renaissance. Edward Christopher Williams was the first Black author to write in letter form. This cover was the original cover, not like a first edition. Another book that I already had, which is another Harlem Renaissance, which is Plum Bun, by Jesse Redmond Fawcett. I absolutely adore this book. This is one of my favorites. Ooh, I do not like the font on here, but it's okay. I have another copy, but I just like this book, so I was like, I'll just get another, one. All right, and then, guys, look what I found! It's all tattered, but it's all right. This will be my copy that I'll, annotate and do all that. But Tumbling by Diane Mckinney Whetstone. We are currently reading her now, so I had to put this in there. This is not by a Black author, but I wanted to get it because my aunt loved Dr. Zhivago. So yeah, these are poems. And then while I was in a poetry section, I found this, y'all. This is I Live in Music, poems by Intashaki Strange. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. I can't wait to just get into this. So I was like, yeah, I had to get that. Sounds really interesting. One Woman Short, a novel by Nelson George. You guys have probably seen this guy's face. because I recognize his face. It has a little quote by Elin Harris, and it kind of gives you that feeling. It's about like a man that he kind of play around a little bit. He wants to settle down, and so he like rotates like these three women. So I like books like that. What's another one I really like? Oh, and this is just cute. You guys know I always say if you want to get what do you call it? Children's books. Always check out the children's books from the library sale because they have books that are like the 70s, 80s. And this book was published in 1971, I want to say. Yep, 71. So, What's the Prize, Lincoln? And then here's another one I got. Mabel Bell's Warriors Don't Cry. Let's see. What is this? Oh, the traumatic true stories of the battle to integrate Little Rock Central High. Okay. And it says it has real pictures in there. All right. All right. So, yep, I got that. And is that it? That's basically it. Yeah, that's all I got from the library sale. Oh, and then I went to the beauty supply store because I had to get some re-up on. Y'all know how much I tell y'all about rollerballs. It's called Black Woman. And for Christmas, I remember I was telling you guys about this. I put these in my sister's stockings, and then I had one. This smells like Dove soap. And it tends to go well with any perfume. Usually I do lotion, spray, rollerball, then a perfume. Layering is key, all right? But this Black Woman, you guys go to your local beauty supply store. I don't know if all beauty supply stores, I know usually a lot of beauty supply stores has like rollerballs, but I don't know if they have like the same one. They do have a rollerball called Black Woman. Please get it and smell it because, girl, it smells so good. I actually have it on when I went to the gym because it smells like Dove soap. Oh, it smells so good. It smells so clean. So I got that, and then I just got two brown lip liner. So yeah, that's my little mini haul. Y'all know I shop like I ain't got no business. So yeah. Okay, y'all. So I finished this book, and when I tell you, y'all need to read this. This book was so entertaining. This book kept me on my toes. It was unpredictable. Remember how I was telling y'all about Neat's mom, Alberta, right? She actually, out of this book, was the most interesting character, okay? Because, like I said, this book is so unpredictable. Her character was so unpredictable, all right? And she did find out, and it's not a spoiler, about, you know, Neat and the abortion. And one thing that kind of ticked me off about Neat, at first I kind of liked her because she was like a little quiet, kind of innocent, you know, little shy girl. But she was blaming basically her abortion on Shay, and she knew that it was wrong because one thing that she said, so Neat couldn't look at Shay even as Neat recognized how unfair it was to try to make it Shay's fault. That in and of itself was a sin, she thought now. Her church would never understand it since they've been filling Neat's head with the notion that it had been her association with demons like Shay that had caused her current state. So basically after she literally almost dies, right? And then we know from the synopsis, they say that she won't be able to bear children. Because girl, that abortion scene, it wasn't that bad. It was horrible, but it wasn't like, oh girl, please come on, hurry up. No, the pace was perfect. And BB actually didn't perform the abortion. That's all I'm gonna say. But after she gets the abortion, she starts basically going to church. Well, she always went to church, but like she was kind of like a church goer, going just because her mom like made her go. But she literally started having the same ideas, the same demeanor as her mom. She stopped talking to Shay and everything, and Shay just like, girl, you know, why are you acting like this, you know? And then so that's one thing I did not that bothered me, that she was blaming Shay, and she knew what she did was wrong. And then Alberta, when she found out what happened to Shay, when she found out what happened to Neat, and she goes say, so this scene, they're at the hospital, and like they trying to basically save her. They're basically trying to save like her uterus. Happy? You've always been jealous of her anyhow because she's prettier than you, smarter, and got the Holy Ghost. You probably really happy right now. That's not true, Miss Alberta. You know that's not true. She's my best friend and you know it. Your mother hasn't been half the mother to you that I've been to Neat. Lets you run the streets however you feel. Your father's just as bad. All he wants to do is hang on 52nd Street and turn out some other man's wife. Girl, first of all, your daughter the one that got pregnant and had an abortion with little Freddie, the little corner boy. She not pregnant, okay? And then Neat was real sneaky because Neat would hide her little worldly clothes at Shay's house. She would go to the parties. She the one that was going into the bathrooms and Shay talking about, girl, what's that about? Like, you know, you going to the bathrooms with little Freddie. You already know what that is. So girl, anyway, your daughter is the one that was look like Miss Evelyn, Tony Braxton's mom say, lay it low and spread it wide. Okay, so girl, no. But like I said, Alberta's character, although she was a mess, but her life before she had gotten married and got pregnant and all that, it's like, okay, you kind of understand why she is the way she is. And it's so unpredictable, y'all. I don't want to tell y'all because this book, I can't, clearly I'm not going to spoil it because it's like oh my goodness, I was reading it last night and I was like, oh, and I have to read back the passages from the beginning of the book to connect it. Girl, y'all, read this book. I just got I showed you guys I got Tumbling by her, and that's like that's the book that she's known for. After reading this, I'm probably going to read Tumbling, and this is my second Diane Mckinney Whetstone book, and it will not be my last. This writer is fantastic, and the fact that no one really just knows her, it just shocks me. Well, it shocks me at the same time it doesn't shock me because we have so many writers, women writers, Black women writers that are just, they can write, they can tell a story, and they're not just, you know, well known. And like I always say, we have more authors, women authors, Black women authors than Toni Morrison, than Alice Walker, than Maya Angelou. Like there's more, okay? And she's in that category. You know, when you start putting books next to Toni and Alice and, you know, Maya and Zora, that means you bad, and she is bad. Like I said it before, she has that dialogue like Carrie McMillan, and she can, again, I keep on saying it, but she knows how to tell a story. I know when I get to reading Tumbling, I'm probably going to do a reading vlog on that, because another thing is the first book I read by her, Blues Dancing, is nothing like this book. So yeah, guys, that is all I have for you when it comes to this reading blog, when it comes to Diane Mckinney Whetstone. Again, read her. Yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. I'll be back with more Black books. Bye.